What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Alison Moyet, and we're returning to her 1991 album Hoodoo. Thank you again to Seb. And the next track is Never Too Late, which is an interesting phrase. There's an optimism in it, there's a hope, and yet by implication it suggests that circumstances are not ideal, they are less than desirable, or at least not good in some way. So while it remains a possibility to put things right, to fix things, to achieve something, to accomplish, to make a connection, it suggests that it currently does not exist and there is a problem in some way or another, or at least something that could be better. So you have to put in effort, you have to adapt, you have to engage in order to turn things to the better, but it's not hopeless, it's not impossible. So yeah, it's a sort of dual-handed kind of phrase in terms of the sentiment or the positive or negative quality of it. So let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Alison Moyet. The tune is Never Too Late, and it's from her 1991 album Hoodoo. Tune. Okay, so obviously we had organ that was, very almost like church organ. There were lines about stained glass windows. Never too late to change your mind was the main articulation of the title phrase that I heard, but also like cold December. Obviously we had a male voice interacting with Alison's voice, but his was more spoken while hers was singing in that deep, raspy, soulful style that she does so well. So I don't know, I was thinking like maybe the setting was a church given a couple of the sonic elements, and of course stained glass windows, that feels like the most common place that you see such types of windows, which is at, places of worship, if you will. So I don't know if that really was the setting of the tune, or at least part of the tune. But yeah, the vocals were like trans-dimensional. They weren't just echoed, but they were like phasing in and out, like her vocals in particular, whereas his sounded like maybe they had a filter, but they were a bit more steady and in the front of the track sonically. And it was like heavy and slow moving, and yet again it felt like it was phasing between dimensions, and the organ was very high and intense at different points. So a real like maelstrom of a track sonically. I'm not quite sure what's happening lyrically, but as I said, there, Alison's voice, it's hard to go wrong, especially when she gets wicked and raspy with the delivery, which, I just did a reaction on my Patreon to Yazoo's Don't Go, and there's just moments in that where she really goes deep and hits it heavily, and it's just like, oh my god, like she, her voice is pretty much unlike any other female voice. So enjoyed her vocal performance. I feel like there were maybe some moments where I was wondering if like the effect was also on her voice, and it was sort of blending with some of the organ or like synth work. So it was a real like combination of sounds that my brain was fascinated by, but not necessarily piecing together. So I look forward to hearing what people have to say about this one. A really interesting tune. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.